Hey, everybody. Good evening, good night, wherever you might be. Hey. It's LHG, and I'm in the house. I am coming to you impromptu on a Friday night. I don't normally do that, but this is the beginning of a series called See What Had Happened Was. And I'm going to have a couple guests in the room, and it's just a kick it session. The weekend is about to begin. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. Let me know if you can hear me, how the quality of the sound is. This is really just an impromptu kick it session, get some things off our chest. If there's things that you want to pop in the comments about that you may need help with, we can go there. It's just really a release party of sorts, getting some things off our mind, off our chest, out of our spirits, that don't need to be there. So I'm looking forward to just having a moment of conversation. Now, you know me. I'm your girl. I'm the queen of conversation. So I'm looking to just release some stuff, get your take on some things. I'm doing this on my phone, so please forgive the abnormal background because I didn't bring my laptop in the house. Doing too much and not enough. How about that? So I hope this phone holds up. Y'all getting a prayer posture for this phone because it's been acting up all week, all month. It's time to invest in a new one. So I'm asking God to release the financial resources for me to replace this phone. But after having the iPhone for so long, I think the iPhone, the big brother and big sister of iPhones, be trying to make your phone stop working. Let me get my special guest in here. Hey, girl.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. And better does better. Thank you for
Absolutely.
coming tonight, last minute, just to release a few things. Welcome to everybody who might be in the comments. I'm not used to doing this on my phone, so I hope that I can see your comments as they come in. I'll do my best, but
Hi,
we're gonna make it do
everybody.
what it do. What
The
you say,
duo
sis?
is back.
That's right, the dynamic duo. That's
I'm sorry, I
right.
just had to put that out there.
That's all right. That's all right. I love it. So Simone, when you first saw me start the series, see what had happened was
Oh, I
you
was
got you
excited,
were like, girl, you got to make
baby.
this a series for real because stuff
Baby.
stuff happens. Stuff happens that is worth a conversation,
And the thing
and
is, in this culture, that's one of our favorite statements.
it is. See what had happened was
That is one of our favorite
it
statements.
is, and probably normally when we say that, it's probably gonna be some flim flam and maybe a little shimmy sham involved. That's how we
Pretty much.
preface it. We prepare ourselves for the flim flam with that statement. So
Pretty much.
absolutely. Absolutely. So if you're out there and you're watching me live or on the replay, feel free to share. Welcome to Critical Conversations Presents See What Had Happened Was. I'm your girl LHG. Simone is my co-host tonight, and it's been an eventful week, an eventful month, an eventful year. I mean, I wrote down a couple of topics that I want to talk about. I don't want to go too far. I want to get a prayer in, of course. You know how we do. We don't do any show without first talking to the Lord because He is worthy of all the praise, of
See, we
all the
and when we
glory.
talk to the Lord, we gonna go to the Lord as well. Like, yeah, see what happened was.
Hey, Jesus,
I mean, let's just
what
keep it real.
happened
That's what
was,
we're gonna do. We're gonna be like, Lord, see what
ah,
happened was your children tried to handle me today, and they thought it would work,
listen,
but you said nobody's gonna
yes,
get me. So,
yes, and
yeah.
yes, all of that. I'm telling you. So I'm gonna pray really quickly. If you all want to tag a few people, get them in the room. I know that I'm on the Trailblazers Facebook page, and I'm not sure if my personal page is getting it. So Simone, are you able to share it to my page?
I can and I will
Thank you.
because you know
Um,
how I am.
I appreciate it. Yes, I do know how you are. I do. I do. because I want to get all our people in here. So if you can make sure that my personal page, the Critical Conversations page, Girl Chat Weekly page, if they can be be included. I thought I did this right, but again, my phone is not the greatest, so it doesn't always do the commands that I ask it to. It's rebellious. The phone is rebellious. So y'all keep my phone in prayer. So let's talk to the Lord while Simone shares and while you are out there tag. Let's have a quick discussion with the Lord. Father God, in the name of Jesus, you are so amazing. I thank you because you woke us up this morning. You started us on this unique path that you gave us for this unique day. I thank you for the opportunity to wake up, and not only just to wake up, but to be alert, to be in my right mind, for all of my senses working, for me to be able to operate in every fruit of the Spirit, even though I don't always do it well. Um, I make a conscious effort to make sure that I am representing you and the kingdom of God in the best possible light. God, I thank you for every divine connection. I thank you for every person who came into my world and impacted me in a positive way. I thank you for every person that I was able to impact in a positive way. I thank you for every moment, even the ones that I didn't quite like, and how you're able to use those moments as teachable lessons, how you're able to remind us of your presence. I'm so grateful, Lord. So grateful because you are an amazing God. You are the perfect Father. You keep your promises. You protect us. You provide for us. You speak to us and through us. You are our source. You have our backs, our fronts, and every side of us. You've seen the best of us, the worst of us, and you've stayed. You cast our sins into the sea of forgetfulness where other people remember every little thing that we've done wrong and bring it up in the most inopportune time. But that's not you. That's not you. Your love, your mercy, your grace, your compassion, your faithfulness is consistent. So, God, tonight, even as we just have this impromptu conversation, this impromptu moment of release, we ask you to dwell in this space, in this virtual space, dwell in us, in our temples, in our minds. As we prepare for a great weekend, we ask you to give us the strength to relax, give us the wisdom to relax and to not take on too much, to allow our bodies and our minds this reset, this weekend reset, to be prepared for a new week next week. God, thank you for every employer that my sisters and brothers go to get their funding for their life. I thank you for giving them favor with the managers and the bosses and the supervisors and the owners. And for those of us who have goals to be entrepreneurs, Lord, that you let us use these jobs as stepping stones and opportunities to learn so that these skills can be transferable into our own businesses, that we're able to make money and grow and sustain our life doing things we love to do, not what we just have to do. So, God, I thank you in advance for doors opening, ways being made, for opportunity coming our way, for us to embark on new adventures and new things, Lord God. I thank you that you've given us the strength to realize that it may be time for a change. It may be time to do something different and take us out of the realm of fear. Many of us fear stepping out of our comfort zone. We fear meeting new people. We fear doing new things because we don't know what the outcome will be. But if we operate in faith and we have you, we know you're going to have us covered either way. So we have no reason to fear. You didn't give us a spirit of fear, and you're not the author of any confusion. So when the enemy tries to tell us we can't, we never will, we're not worthy, We can tell him he's a liar. We can tell him he is a liar. We can tell him he is defeated. And God, I thank you in advance for everything that you have coming for us, for me and my sisters and my brothers, those of us who have been praying and asking for things uh, to do for you in the kingdom. We've been asking for doors to open up for us to be able to minister, for us to be able to go out into the world and represent you. We've been asking you for divine connections. And we're thanking you in advance for those. We're thanking you in advance for the books that's going to be written. We're thanking you in advance because you are the one true and living God. You don't fail. We fail. We fall short, but you don't fail. So I give you glory. I give you honor. And I give you praise. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen. Glory to
Amen.
God. All
Amen.
right, y'all. So Coco is on her way. And I want to start by just kind of talking about how our week went and some things that we felt went good, and even the things that we felt maybe were a little turbulent or troublesome. We could talk those things through. I believe that confession breeds healing, and it also allows us to get the perspective of other people who might see things different. Sometimes you're just too close to a situation where you might not see the entire picture, but someone who is not so close to it can give you like, you know what, I see it like this. And you go like, I didn't even see it that way. I'm glad we had this conversation. I've had those moments with my sisters. So I'm gonna let Simone tell us about some things that have happened this week that she feels comfortable sharing, some good stuff. And then we'll talk about some things that maybe weren't the best, but how it can be made better in the future. So I'm gonna give you the floor, Simone. Welcome to See What Had Happened Was.
I love this title. I love it. Um, I saw her video yet. I think it was yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, that's a good title. And when she
Mm-hmm.
started talking about it, I was like, yes, yeah, we need to make this a series. Um, but my week went pretty good. I worked my normal shifts. Normally during the week I work 11 to 4 because I did have school. Um, for those of you who don't know, I finished school. I'm done.
Ooh, hey, hey,
And speaking of
hey,
school, it was
hey.
cosmetology school. So I
Yes,
am officially done. Just waiting on the
yes.
official graduation ceremony, which will be next month. But
All
I'm
right.
officially done. Um, so normally during the week, if I was still in school, I would work 11 to 4.
Okay.
That's what I did this week. I pretty much, since I finished school, I asked them to extend my hours, so I pretty much worked a full shift
Okay.
every day this week, which was fine. And of course, I was off Thanksgiving, which I kind of had to ask for it, but
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is.
Right.
She gave me it off, even though she really didn't want to.
Okay.
um, because in this situation, she feels like it's mandatory to work on holidays like this.
Mm.
I don't understand why.
Okay.
I don't, but hey.
Okay.
She initially gave me it off, so I worked. What is it? Monday. I'm normally off on Mondays, so I
Mm-hmm.
worked Tuesday, Wednesday, and I was off yesterday, and I'm off
Okay.
today, and I will be back at work tomorrow and Sunday. Um, so I went pretty good.
Okay.
Um, Now one thing that I probably didn't like necessarily so much is I was trying to help one of my coworkers out as we were going through, and she literally not kinda she literally like cussed me out in front of people
Ooh.
on the front line as we were serving people. I didn't really, and I'm gonna take some responsibility. I kind of went back and forth with her too, which I shouldn't have done. So that was something that could have been better. Um, I just thought I was trying to help her out, but she didn't like it, so she kind of went off on me. So that could have went a little bit better. I could have refrained from responding.
Okay.
Um, so that if that's one thing that I had to, yeah, that's one thing that could have went better. Other than that, my week was good. Not
Praise
really much
God.
problems. Not really much issues. Yeah.
Praise God. If you all are commenting, unfortunately, my phone is not allowing me to see.
Yeah.
So if you see anything, Simone, if you don't mind telling me what you might see, welcome to anyone that might be in the room. Forgive me for not being as technically prepared as I normally am. I'm on my phone, so I'm relying on my sister to show me or tell me any comments she might see. And she's already shared to my personal page and to critical conversations and girl chat. So if you are commenting, keep doing it, and Simone will catch it. And when Coco comes on, she may have her second device, and we'll figure this out. Um, Thank you, Simone, for sharing. Um, I think it's important that we give a voice to both the good things and the uncomfortable, because honesty is important, transparency is important. And whenever we can talk things out as a sisterhood or as people, just people, human beings, and we get ideas from each other, it helps us to grow. We are better together. I believe
Hmm.
that. I do.
Me too.
So let's talk about the fact that I am learning that the mental capacity of people is not always good. And even though you work with people and you assume people know how to be professional, just because the person got the job doesn't mean they know how to handle the job in a professional manner. And you're just one conversation away from falling out with somebody, depending on how they feel that day, what they may have had go on with that day that ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
But you made a point though. You
Yeah.
said, I thought I was helping. So I got a couple of questions. If
Hmm.
you feel comfortable going down this path with me, what made you, what identifiable things were happening that made you say, I think this person needs help? Let's start there.
Well, one, because we're so used to, we try to work like an assembly line.
Yeah.
So because we're so used to, hey, put broccoli on the plate, please hand it down and say, hey,
Yep.
broccoli. That's what I was
Broccoli,
doing.
pick it up.
Yeah, that's what I
I
was
like it.
doing, and she didn't like that. So I, I don't know. I
Was she new?
no, she's kind of new, but she's not fairly new at this point. She's not really new anymore. But she really wasn't, you know, doing that process. So in my idea, I thought, hey, she might need to be reminded. So that's why I thought I was helping her.
Okay.
And so, of course, apparently she didn't like that, so she literally started just throwing the F bomb and B bomb and all the
Ooh,
bombs.
ooh,
And this
ooh,
was
ooh,
in
ooh.
customers in our face. And
Okay.
and I should, like I said, I shouldn't have responded because I kind of went back and forth with her too, which was not professional either. But just throwing out the curse bombs wasn't necessary.
Right. That's a lot. So the process that you just explained, this assembly line, is it something that everybody was trained to do?
Yeah,
So everybody gets the same training that we do this as an assembly line. You yell out whatever you yell out, then the next person does their part. So, and what I'm getting at, I'm just trying to confirm that this employee was told to do it. Either she just didn't want to, but everyone was told this is how we do this. Is that
yeah,
true?
yeah. And to be honest, I don't know. I feel like she had an attitude coming in the door that day. I don't know
Okay.
what happened in her home life or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
Um, Kind of from the beginning, she kind of had like a whole attitude with her,
Okay.
and I left her alone until that moment,
Okay.
and I was like, "Oh, okay, all right then."
Well, how was the approach when you said you were helping her? How did it? What was the conversation kind
It
of
was
like?
just a normal. This person wants cabbage, and she
Okay.
just. I didn't yell at her. I didn't, scream. I
Hmm.
didn't,
Right.
whatever. And she just goes, "I know what the just throwing bombs,
Wow.
push word
Yeah.
bombs all over the place." I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah. That's
all
that.
right,
You just saying this person was this. To me, that's you. You're trying to be helpful. I think that person just might have had a bad day.
yeah." And
And
when I
and
say I take responsibility, I turned to her and I said, "Who are you talking to?"
okay.
Because I didn't do anything to you. So why you
Right.
like who you bucking at? Like,
but that's not a terrible question. Like, who are you? I mean, what's going on? All I said was this customer wants cabbage. What just happened? Or what could have been a response? Can we step off the floor a second? Is something wrong?
Yeah,
Like, do we need to have a conversation privately?
yeah,
Because
that
I agree with you where you were saying because there were customers in your faces. But that's kind of a natural response, like clutch my pearls. You just, you just went off on me. Whoa, whoa. Where was the manager at?
nobody was around at this moment. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but it still wasn't really an excuse. Everybody was like on the phone because at this time of year, we have what we do is people will call in and make catering orders and all this
Uh
type of
huh.
stuff for Thanksgiving. So you got
Hmm.
the phones going on off the hook, and
Oh yeah, it is. It is the holiday,
yeah. So not that's not an excuse.
right?
However, I will give them that they were, very busy. So they weren't really around as much as they should have been.
Okay, okay. I
So,
hear you.
yeah.
I hear you. So once
Uh-oh. We lost her. It's okay. It's all right. No, don't cry. It's okay. It's all right. She'll be back. She'll be back. Um, while she's back, I'm gonna finish. So yeah, my managers weren't really necessarily around like that. Um, and I do feel, and I once we had that discussion, I talked to my manager immediately afterwards, and I was like, hey, we got to get this together. I don't know what just happened. I didn't. I went to my manager and I was like, hey, get this, get her, cause like no. But um, yeah, I don't really like the way that happened. Um,
Mhm.
and there she is. See, I told you don't. She'll be back.
I'm back. Sorry, I was getting a call.
I told you she'll be back. I told you don't cry. Don't worry. She always comes
Sorry
back.
about that. Me being on this phone is not a good do. But did it end to where you two did you ever have a private discussion or did it just blow
No,
up and kind of just
I
what?
didn't get to have the discussion because she ended up winning going on her
Mm-hmm.
lunch, and I didn't really get to see her as off that much. And I should have tried to find her before my shift ended, but I did not.
Mm-hmm.
That's also on me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, that
But don't
definitely.
put so much on you. Hold on, Simone. Don't
I
please
know,
don't put so much on you
I
because and
know.
let me tell you why. Hold on. Because it may not be a good idea for you all to have a one-on-one. If she's coming to you with F-bombs, it may not be a good idea to go back and try to have a one-on-one. I don't know what spirit she's going to be in.
Okay,
It may require another party because
okay.
if she was willing to go that route in front of others, who
Yeah,
knows
yeah. I
what it
get
would
you.
look like if it's just y'all two.
I get
So
you.
I
Yeah.
want to I want us to make sure we practice in some wisdom because sometimes a person's response and their spirit can tell you, nah, uh-uh, uh-uh. I ain't dealing with you unless it's a witness.
Hmm.
Because you be the said that I said something and it gets and she starts, arms flailing and it turned into an altercation. And
Hmm.
then I just tried to talk to her, by herself, So I'm like, sometimes Simone, everything is not on you. It sounds like
Hmm.
this person, and we deal with this in the workplace. We deal with this in life. People wear their feelings on their shoulder. Let me know if you see any comments too, Simone.
Hmm.
People wear their feelings on their shoulders, and the closest person to them
Oh yeah,
gets the brunt of it because
yeah,
you're
yeah,
the closest person to them. And you said one, and what you said doesn't sound like it was mean spirited at all. But
yeah,
if you already got a ticking time bomb,
yeah,
all it takes is one spark,
yeah.
one little spark, and that person and let me tell you how I know.
Hmm.
I'll just say, I've dealt with a person
Hmm.
that has that type of temper
Hmm.
where you can come in the most wonderful peace. Okay.
Hmm.
You can
Yep.
come in such sweet peace and good intentions. But if that person is already about to blow because
Hmm.
of something else that they're frustrated with,
Mhm.
and you just say one good thing, and then boop, here comes an explosion.
Yeah.
So her response to you and her body language and her word choices could be an indication. Nah, I probably don't want to talk to her by herself. If
Yeah.
you feel it's going to impede your work environment, what I mean by that, if y'all work together again and you think it's going to be a problem, then it'll be time to say, dear supervisor, and we just say this: I don't want no problems. I don't want no smoke. But
Yeah.
coworker and I had a moment, and we you got us assigned to work together again.
Yeah.
I just want you to be present while I let her know. I won't say nothing else to you other than good afternoon, and just be a good coworker.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes you can't have those one on one.
I was telling them when you had your moment when you clicked off, that I
Hmm.
did go to a manager and speak with the manager and was like,
Good.
"Hey, she flipped on me. I ain't even do nothing. Like, come get her. I like what?
Right. What did
Yeah.
they say? The manager.
Um, one of the managers were in the back, and one of the I didn't know where the other one disappeared to. So I went to the manager that was in the back, and I said, "Hey, can you come handle the situation?" He was like, "Go talk to your other manager." I was like,
Oh
"Fine,
Lord.
go through this."
Oh Lord.
And it after that it was okay because the rest of the day
Okay.
I just let it go. I just I didn't really think about it. Didn't
And
really
I'm
look at
proud
it
of
too
you for
much.
that, because there does come a point where you just have to be like, you know what, I can be cognizant of my part of this, but I
Hmm.
don't have to say nothing else to them.
Yeah.
Keep my distance, do my job. I think your intentions were pure, because this is how things have been working. We let each other know this person wants broccoli, potatoes. It didn't sound like you were like, hey, you better. It didn't sound like that. So
Yeah.
I just think, in the wonderful world of working, and
Hmm.
those of you who are out there, if you've ever had a coworker that you've worked with that has not responded favorably to you, even though you're trying to be kind, there's people that I've worked with in the past. No matter
Hmm.
how kind and sweet and accommodating and good morning, how are you? It's always met with some kind of opposition, and
Hmm.
that's a personal character trait that they have. But I
Hmm.
also know it can come from the fact that they see that you operate well in this area,
Mm. That's
and
good.
you helping them makes them feel like, well, maybe I ain't doing enough. And that can be taken offensively. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Hey, Coco.
That's good.
Hey, sister. But
Hey.
I am proud of you for the way you handled it. When it comes to dealing with people at work, I was telling Simone, Coco, I can't do comments. My phone is not acting right. So if you all see anybody saying anything, if you have a second device,
Okay.
uh, please help me and let me know. And we'll try to get the comments addressed.
Okay. Do
Um,
you want me to look at a certain page?
are you in StreamYard, like from Trailblazers, or you came in through the link?
No, I'm inside the StreamYard itself.
So if
So am
you
I.
see anything, if you in there and you see some comments that pop up, if you can just pop them on the screen, that'll
Okay.
work.
I got you.
That'll work. I don't know, my phone. I didn't bring okay, Frederick. Is that Fred in the bottom
Yeah,
too?
he popped in.
Okay, if you want to come up, brother, you're welcome to. We just having a It's called "See What Had Happened" was is the name of the show tonight, and
Hi,
Simone was
Coco.
telling me um Simone was telling us, Coco, about dealing with coworkers and the kind of job that she does, which you were aware, dealing with food service. And
Hmm.
things work like an assembly line. Many of us work in jobs where
Trailblazers
what
Radio said, Lord.
what we do, we just make it work. It's should be a well-oiled machine. If I'm putting the broccoli on the plate, you add the potatoes, whatever the customer said they want. Um, so the assembly line, I guess, wasn't flowing. And Simone, trying to be a good coworker, this customer wants blank. And we know Simone personality. She ain't gonna scream at you. That ain't her.
Right.
But the person did not take kindly to the help, and it turned into some profanity.
Oh.
And Simone was like, "No, who you talking to? Like what's going on here?" And Simone, I
Just
kind of
by your face,
understand that
Coco. I
response.
know what you get ready
I
to say. By
know
your
you
face.
weren't expecting that. I know you weren't expecting that. I wouldn't expect that. All
Right.
I'm saying is, our customer wants so and so. You got it? And they respond like, I know, leave me alone. What the da, 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 da. And my take on it is, you got some stuff going on beyond me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
You came in here with your spirit messed up, and I happen to be the one in the closest proximity that's getting the wrath
Yeah.
of your attitude.
And that's exactly what she said. She's like, I know how to do this, and she just started going off in cuss words. I was like, oh. I looked at her. I said, "Excuse me, who are you talking to?"
Because that response was so unnecessary. And even if you do know, what would it hurt for your coworker to say, just to reiterate, "Oh, I got it, thank you." That's what I would say. "Oh, I got it, thank you, Simone." That would
Right.
have been my response.
Right.
When you secure who you are and what you know, okay, okay, got it, thank you. And then that's the end of it. Broccoli it is. But
Yeah.
there's people who, and this is just my take on certain situations. Certain people watch you
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
have a certain idea of you and
Absolutely.
who she thinks she is.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I know what broccoli is. Who she thinks she is.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you gonna but that's not even how you was coming at
Mm.
her. If she knew you as a coworker or took the time to know, just how you are, she would know you don't mean no harm. You just want to make sure the line keep it moving. Simone wants this line to move. Ladies and gentlemen of the world,
Say it
if
again.
you know anything about Simone and this here job,
Say it again.
she just wants the line to move. That's all. She wants the people to be blessed by the broccoli. Huh?
Israel Houghton said we're moving forward, and that's what I want to do.
That's right. And that's all. And she's trained to make sure this train goes forward. If you want broccoli, it's broccoli. If you want cabbage, it's cabbage. If you want meatloaf, here's the loaf of meat. Okay. So because
Listen.
she's a good worker, a good team player. Team players want to make sure we all doing what we are we good? Is the team good? So Simone, I just want to make sure you don't think you did anything wrong.
Hmm.
I just think you're going to encounter people who already have a chip on their shoulder. Once you recognize it, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, amen. And you go on back to what you're doing.
Yeah.
But when they start dropping the F bombs and it's in front of customers, I'm glad you alerted the supervisor because now you're trying to embarrass me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now the customer, because if I was that customer, I'd be like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of fish pronouncement is here? What did I walk in on here? Mammogram, what's going on?
Yeah.
And knowing me, if it would have been me, I probably wouldn't even have asked for the food anymore.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've been in situations like that before, and I was just like, yeah, no,
Hmm.
I'm good. Y'all have a good day.
Right, because that's a lot. And now when you got customers turning away, you're messing with the money.
Yeah.
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 Okay. And now you expose us to complaints
Yeah.
Yeah.
or reviews that are unfavorable. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
And bless the Lord, we didn't get any complaints. But I felt
Praise
like,
God.
that was just very uncalled for. That was unnecessary.
Very. Even
Yeah.
if you felt a way about me saying something, there's a way to say, well, Simone, you don't really have to do that. I'm good.
Yeah.
If she felt a way, you could say,
Yeah.
Simone, I got it. I got it. The F bombs and the extraness make me think you've been holding on to a little something.
Yeah. You had
Tell
a
me about it.
been having an issue with me anyway.
It's been
I
marinating
think there might have
in
been an
your sprite.
underlying
Yeah.
condition.
That's
Yeah,
been marinating in your
and you was
spite
waiting on the time
for
and
to
48
place
be able
hours.
to be able to
an
release it. Yeah.
opportunity to
Yeah,
drop
Yeah.
that bomb.
yeah,
Okay, let's
absolutely.
call a spade a spade. You been holding
Absolutely.
on to that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's just
I
like
agree.
it's just like, and I think I sent y'all. It's just like the video with the lady, the people at Spirit.
Hmm.
Mm.
I think I said to y'all. If I didn't, I should have. But it was okay. So what happened was the people
So what happened was, there we
at,
go.
at Spirit Airlines, you got the two people that's behind the ticket counter.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
One of the ladies just come out of nowhere and bump and chest bump this other chick,
Mm,
Ooh,
making her fall onto like the little belt thing.
mm.
Right? So
Well then.
she gets her bearings and she gets up, and you hear the one that knocked her over say, "I told you to keep my name out your mouth. I've been
ooh.
hearing
Hey,
my
Auntie
name."
Emma, you came just in
Hey,
time.
Auntie.
And all she kept saying to her was, "I've been hearing my name come out your
Ooh,
mouth a little too much." So
ooh,
here we go. You got space and opportunity. I don't care about these people standing at the ticket counter because she went off. When I tell you, she called her everything but. And when she got up and walked away, she was just like, "Try me."
ooh,
Okay.
See.
And I
ooh.
mean, the other girl walked away and she was like, "I'm just sick of her. She been keeping my name in her mouth. I want my name out her mouth."
See?
So, I'm sure that there was some reprimanding and all of that after it was over, because you can see the person at the ticket counter say, "Well, can I just get my ticket?"
Can I just get my ticket or my
Right.
broccoli, please?
Yeah, because while
Yeah,
they arguing, the person could be getting ready to miss their flight.
that part.
Right.
That part.
So, like it was a whole lot going on. And so I'm sitting here like, well, you could tell that this was not the first time that she had been letting it go and letting it go and letting it
Yes.
go.
See?
And today she just decided not to let it go anymore.
See?
And I think at some point, eventually, we all get to that point where we just be like, I'm going to give you grace today. I'm going to give you grace tomorrow. I'm going to give you grace Wednesday and Thursday. And come
See,
Friday and Saturday, you're
I'm
going
one
to
of
get to
them
work.
mystery strikes. On the third one, that's it.
Right.
Yeah, and you have a lot of people who, like LHG said, they do take who you are as a weakness sometimes.
Ooh.
They, they see you
Ooh.
one way all the time, and they think that you're not gonna come out of that, and
Sure.
they feel like there's nothing else behind it. But
Listen.
I'm one of them that tells the Saints real quick,
Listen.
baby,
You and
let
me
me
both.
say something to you real good. This nice, wonderful demeanor that you got right here is something that you will see all the time, but don't cross it.
Come on.
Don't do it. Don't
Don't
do
cross
it.
it.
Don't do it.
Let me catch
Auntie said,
Auntie
what's the topic?
Auntie Emma up. Auntie wants to know what the topic. Auntie, this is a brand new series I'm starting called "See What Had Happened Was," and we are talking about a few things that have happened through our week. Some good stuff, some stuff that was a little awkward. We kind of talking through it, how we feel about it, what we could have done better. And Simone had a case at work where she was trying to be helpful, and the coworker went off. I'm talking f bombs and everything. And Coco and I were saying it sounds like in certain cases people already have this hidden resentment towards you, and it all it takes is just one more little thing, and then it just drop stuff on you. Like, well, where did that come from? You never know who was harboring ill will,
Hmm.
and they don't really have a reason to.
Right.
It's an inner thing. It's something in them that
That's the problem.
is a problem. Either,
Mhm.
and I hate using this. I don't like using the word jealousy, but some people watch you from afar. They watch how you operate. They watch how you work. They watch how you maneuver, and instead of saying I admire you, it
Hmm.
becomes I'm jealous of you, or
Mhm.
she makes me look bad
Hmm.
because she's done such a good job and got it down packed so well
Hmm.
that it makes, even though that is not your intent and all you doing is just coming in and doing what you know to do, but
Hmm.
something inside of them is saying she's trying to show me up. I
Yeah.
had that happen many times in my
Yeah.
career. People always thought, um she always showing off, she
Yeah.
always they always picking her.
Yeah.
Key, and the key word was they. pick me. My hand wasn't up.
Mm.
When you do a
See?
good job, when you
Yeah.
do a good job,
Mm-hmm.
your reputation precedes you.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you don't say a word, people will come looking for you. Come on, I feel it in
Amen.
my Holy Spirit now. Holy
Yeah.
Amen.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Amen.
People will say, I see something in Samoa. See something in Coco that's really powerful. I'm drawn to it. I'm going to reach out to her and ask her to be a part of this conference, to be a part of this podcast, to be a part. Not that you will say, oh, 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 pick me. When
Listen.
it's something that God given in you and your light is shining, people are drawn to the light. And instead
And
of saying to Simone, Simone, I got it, or you know what, Simone, you really know what you're doing. People are not adult enough to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not. And I believe, Simone, and I don't know if you realize, in the way that you work, in the way that you're dedicated, the way that you're always loyal. People see that. They may not say anything or
Mm-hmm. But
even
they see.
commend you for it. You may never get, employee of the month, but you got to know in your knower, I know I do a good job. I do a dang on good job.
listen.
And
Yeah.
somebody is going to recognize it. For one, God
Yeah.
sees it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when God sees it, he puts you in places where you can be called. People are like, well, how did she land that gig? How
Yeah.
did she end up
Yeah.
dancing at the conference? How did she end up
Yeah.
there with Coco and Quinn? How did that happen?
Yeah.
Because her sisters saw something in her.
Yeah.
Dr. K sees things in you.
Mm-hmm.
The people who you've been summoned by to do things apparently
Mm-hmm.
recognize a hunger that you have for God,
Yeah.
and they want you to be a part.
Yeah.
So I said all that to say, don't be discouraged. Keep doing what it is you know to do. Now you may have to govern yourself on how you do it, because I don't want nobody trying to be crazy with you.
Auntie says
I don't have
yes.
no frequent flyer miles, but I will catch a case for my sister.
I
Don't
know.
mess with her.
I know.
Don't mess with
Auntie says
her.
yes. People will make you come out of your element just because
Yes.
they woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
And that's what it sounds like,
Preach.
Auntie. It
Mm-hmm.
sounds like this person already had a problem coming to work. I rolled up on the McDonald's speaker to get me a good 10-piece for $1. I want to give God praise for the app. I don't even hardly use the
Bless
app.
him,
But
LHG.
on today, it popped up on my phone, a 10-piece nugget for $1. And that was in the budget. I pulls up on the speaker. I'm ready. Huh? I'm going somewhere here. I'm ready to give my order. Okay. The lady that took everybody else order on the other drive-through line. I'm waiting patiently. I'm patiently waiting. Okay. She comes to the speaker and she says this: order. I'm like, I'm sorry. Come again? Order. Okay. I am using the mobile app, and my order will be. I have
Okay.
a app that says I get a 10-piece for $1. What's the code? What's the code?
Oh.
Ma'am, I don't really see a code. I haven't used this app, but I don't see a code. Well, that means you can't get it.
Oh,
I said,
Mm.
oh, can you make sure that there's a manager at the window? I'm on my way.
that part.
In this very, in
That
this
part.
very sweet, lovely voice. Listen,
That
I
part.
went. I got sweeter when the devil start acting up. I get sweeter. Okay.
See,
I
Hunty
rolled
said,
up on that good window. I
come on,
rolled up on that good window, and then
tell
the
him.
manager was there. She said she had told me the manager's name is Jen.
Mm-hmm.
She at the second window. Jen opened the window. I said, Jen, I don't have an order, because she's gonna give me a bag. I said, no, I don't have an order. That's probably the person behind me order. I said, I was just spoken to very rudely. Which lane were you in, ma'am? I was on the outer lane. And she said, oh goodness. I said, She came on the loudspeaker, very rude, yelling, "Order, order." Yes, Auntie, I had to calm myself down. But I was very calm. Because I was kind of shocked, to be honest, that somebody would just be like, "Order," like, "What you want?" You know. And the lady was like, "I'm so sorry." I said, "Well, I figured out why I didn't have a code. You have to opt in to this stuff." And what she could have said was, "Come to the window and I'll help you with your app. We'll figure
Yeah,
it out, ma'am.
yeah.
Just
See,
come to the window." It could be something real simple. Meet me at the window and then we'll work on that together. That's customer service.
Mm-hmm.
or come
Okay.
inside.
That too, but I ain't even had time for that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm coming. I got my phone. They know how these apps work. They're the
Yeah.
experts. They know how this stuff works.
right.
It was just one simple tap that I had to do to get to the code. I had it by the time I got to that manager. I had a code. So I said, "I'm gonna make my order with you," because by the time I got to her, I didn't want nothing to do with that girl.
Listen,
Nothing, nothing. So when she closed the window, I could hear her saying, "Who's on line so and so?" And she called her name, "Lanaya, you were rude." "No, I wasn't." And she was going. I could hear her. The manager opens the window and gave me my bag. I said, "I hear exactly what she said. In the same way she's yelling at you,
It's
is
the
how
way
she
she was
yelled."
on the thing.
So
wow,
my question is, what are you going to do about it, manager?
wow.
Because apparently either she missed some of the training. But I said, let me tell you this. I'm gonna offer you something. I do customer service training. If you really want to get your people together, we can get one of these good suites or a good conference room at the Holiday Inn. Get your team together. Here's my card. If you're really
Mm-hmm.
serious,
Come on here.
if you
Amen.
really want your people
Amen.
to be top notch, to where this line will be on the street because they're coming for y'all wonderful service, huh?
Amen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It reminded me, Coco and Simone, that there's a place for training.
Mm.
There's a place for the Polished on Purpose Institute.
No,
Come on now.
auntie. No, 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 auntie. No, ma'am.
No.
What Auntie saying?
She said,
Come on.
order, order,
Order,
order.
order, order. I would have told her to meet me in the parking lot. No, ma'am.
No.
We're trying to
Mm-mm.
avoid that. That's
No,
what
no,
we're trying to
no.
avoid, auntie.
Nope.
But and
No,
I'm not
auntie.
saying my spirit didn't feel that, but I knew that I had to say something a little bit different.
No, auntie. No, no. Mm-mm.
But
Mm-mm.
I said that to say, you all, as women of God, as representatives of the kingdom, it's important for us to always have our light shining. This world has gone crazy. People are going off the handle over a lot. Now I don't know what that young lady went through before she got to work. But if you show up to work, I need you to work when you show up.
Mm-hmm.
And part of your job is to be kind. Now, you gotta
Say
be
it, put
sturdy
people in the
sweet.
back.
You
Yeah,
ain't gotta be sturdy sweet, but at least be professional and
yeah,
respectful. If
yeah,
you can't do that, maybe you should have called off.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe you need a mental health day.
And,
Yeah.
and,
Okay?
and
Because
listen,
the wrong one,
and listen,
Oh,
and we can all be taken there. Like I ain't gonna say it
yes.
was recent. I want to say it was maybe back in July.
Okay.
I want to say maybe July. I helped this young lady out who needed some help. This young lady decided to accuse me of something that I did not do.
Jesus.
But the way she did it was you not only, instead of coming to me to say, "Hey, I think that such and such and such," she accused me to other people that knew me.
Oh. Oh no.
And
Oh no,
so
Lord. No,
the
Lord.
person that she accused me to, in hand, still bypassed me and went to my apostle. So
you know what?
so listen. I was good up until a certain point.
I'm about to go get my
In this
purse.
whole entire conversation, I was
Don't
real
do it,
good
LHG.
up until a certain
Don't
point
do
in
it.
this whole entire conversation.
Don't
But
do it.
when I got to the point of where it was just blatant, you trying to tell me, did I do such and such that I know I didn't do? Honey, all salvation left the building. And
Ooh,
honey, that
Jesus.
that hood part of me came out real good. it came out so good that my apostle said, honey, I was on the other end of the phone, binding and loosing you. Okay. Because that's how
Lord,
bad it was.
Lord have
When I
mercy.
say it was bad, I said, listen, you don't even understand. Normally this wouldn't even be a conversation. Normally I would be in my car showing up at your front door.
Oh, see,
Like
see,
that's how bad it went.
see.
So, it was just like, you know what? And I said, I had to stop for a second. And I said, Apostle, because you are on this phone, I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna disrespect you, so I gotta go.
Testify.
I gotta go
Mm.
because I know what's coming.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta go. I can immediately see on my phone multiple mess. Don't you get in your car.
Mm.
Ooh,
Don't you
ooh.
touch your keys. Like there's multiple messages coming to, and I was just like, I hear you. That's all I said. That was my response. I hear you. Because my flesh just
Ooh.
said something totally different, baby. But
Right.
I hear you.
Listen.
I
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
you. And the person that I helped, she had just got a new job at the place that I frequent a lot because it's a place that I shop at.
See
So
that?
I ever so kindly got in the car and showed up.
Oh,
Ever so kindly.
so
Ever so kindly got in the car and showed up. I need you to look me dead in my face and tell me why you lied on me.
that part.
Ooh, Jesus.
That's what I need you to do because that's what I don't do. Okay,
Yeah,
I need
Ooh.
you to
yeah.
look me in my face, and if you look away from me, if you look over there, honey, I just might dot both of your eyes. I need you to tell me why you lied on me.
Come on.
Yes.
When I tell you she refused to not look me in my face
Mm,
because she knew if she moved her head one time, because I meant what I said. I promise you, all salvation left the building at that moment.
mm.
I said, "Now, why did you lie on me?" That's not what I said. They switching up what I said, and so this is what we going through. Keep my name out your mouth.
Period.
All,
It's
all
no
help, all help that you got from me up until today has now stopped.
Null and
If
void.
you need any more help, it will not come from me because
Never.
you just stuck a whole fork in it. I ain't
ooh,
never been accused of doing something that I know I didn't do. For me taking out as much time as I took out,
My Lord.
you always do.
bringing you and your kids in my house. So you
Jesus.
know what? At this point, good. You have a good day, baby.
Not you
Jesus.
housing her and her kids.
I need you to have a good day, baby.
Girl.
Not you housing her and the kids.
So at that point, it was a you have a good day, but there's no more help coming from me. None.
But
I'm
can
gonna
we can
finish.
we
I'm gonna
that
finish what
stuff
I.
hurts.
I'm gonna finish what I started because if I don't finish it, they're not gonna allow you to finish it.
Mm,
Because only reason why certain things are getting done is because of me. So if I pull back, they're gonna say no automatically. So I continue certain situations, you know, and I left it
That's a
at that.
courtesy at this point. That's a
And yeah,
courtesy
yeah,
but
because
I
yeah.
left I left it alone. I did not respond. I did not reach out. No, nothing. So I left it. I was
mm,
like, because I already listen. I know me.
Yeah.
I like Dr. K. I stay safe that way, telling you about me.
D-
I'm not that one.
Mm,
I'm really not that one. If you do that and you cross a whole line that you don't know, you're in danger. You're in danger, Fred. When you
mm.
cross that line, not you, Fred. I know you're on the bottom of the thing, but you know what I'm saying. You know, like you in danger and you don't know you in danger.
Mm,
Yeah, no.
yeah.
That's not one of them that you want to do, because honey, I promise you. And so with that, me and my apostle had a nice conversation, and she said, "Honey, you went from 0 to 5,000 in less than 2 seconds
man.
because of what was said." I said, "Because I can't I can't deal.
Yeah.
I don't do he say she say. That's high school stuff for me."
Yeah.
It sure is.
And,
It's
and so I
messy.
Indeed.
don't do that. I can't deal. I said, and my main problem is that I was bypassed and it was brought to you. This ain't even something that had to be put on your plate. I'm grown.
Exactly.
So if you would have stepped to me, I would have explained it to you the same way I'm explaining it. I just would
Yeah.
have explained it to them. without you.
Yeah.
And then I would have picked up the phone and called and told you what I said.
Yeah.
I said, because you know me, I tell on me.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
That's
You do. Yes, I will. I will tell on myself. I will tell you what I said, how I said it, and when I said it.
And why I said it.
come on.
I said, so for me, that's the problem that got me. Don't bypass me. I'm grown, boo boo. Had the conversation with me because you would have a conversation with me about anything else. So I had this conversation today.
Mm.
Yes.
But I'm wondering, Coco, this is my concern because I've been in similar predicaments where we know that our hearts are pure. We
Mm-hmm.
know that we have a heart for people, and I'm wondering what makes people do that and burn that bridge when you know this person has bent over backwards. What is it that you gain from that?
Right.
Because that particular individual, you could tell it was their MO.
Mm,
They get in good with people. You get what
mm-hmm,
you need from them, and then
mm-hmm.
you try to turn other people against
Against
that
him.
person,
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
so
familiar.
that those people won't reach out to that individual in case they ever need anything.
Wow.
Because now you got this perception that I planted in your head
Yep.
about them,
Yeah.
right? And so that's an issue for me. I don't do perceptions. I'm not a psychic. We ain't no telekinesis. We ain't doing none of that.
See that
I'm
part.
gonna look at you. I'm gonna say how I feel. I want you to say how you feel. We're gonna be done and over with.
Yeah.
I don't do the kiddie stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not built for the kiddie
But when
stuff.
you bring somebody apostle in, you going for blood. When you bring
Right,
somebody's leader in,
right,
That
and you
part.
haven't even that's like on the job. I used to hate when people would maybe find an error or find something they're concerned about instead of saying, "Well, can I ask you a question about this? What time here? It's good." They go to my manager, copy CC and the manager. But you got me. I sit right next to you. If you
See?
had a question about something, you could literally. And you always said you were going to help me, but you didn't went to my manager or even above that, putting them in the email
right,
when you could just came to me and I didn't do anything wrong. What you trying to find ways to discredit me?
right.
Is that what it is? You literally trying to sabotage
Yeah, that's what it
my
was.
my connections and what you know that I have going on?
And that's what it was. I knew that's what it was.
Wow. Let me get to
And so,
Auntie's comment. She says, right, I did the same thing at Walgreens. I told John, drive me to that front door. Hunty, I went inside to the pharmacy department, asked for the general store manager, and I don't want to talk to a shift manager because
Nope.
we need to have a customer service ethic training on the fly. I'm telling you, that's what I do. I'm gonna be honest, Auntie. When I go in these businesses,
mm-hmm.
and I really got time, I'm like, okay, this is what should have happened. Let me help you. This is what should have happened. When you heard me on, first of all, you never come to the loudspeaker telling some order. It's good
That part.
afternoon. Are you using your mobile app today?
That's
Or,
right.
or give me just one moment. I'll be right with you. When you
Yeah.
come up, uh-uh. And the excuse she gave the manager was that she hadn't had a break or she was tired. What they got to do with LHG?
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
10 piece and my glorious 10 piece.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
what happened with you being out at
That's
work
a
all day?
personal thing. Get with your
Right,
manager and ask her for a break. But you coming on the loudspeaker being rude to the customer gonna put you in a whole bunch of trouble. You're gonna have a permanent break.
That part.
yeah, because you got to think about it. Look at what's happening these days with people being rude to people. People
Huh.
getting out their cars, going inside these buildings and hurting.
Ooh, they going to the
Listen.
extreme, Coco.
Okay, and so she don't. You know she. I'm glad she caught the good one, which was
Me too.
you, because it could have been anybody else that would have said, "You know what?
Yep.
I'm coming inside your building. Hold that
Let me,
thought."
let me come on in there because I gotta
And when
talk
it
to you
came
real
inside
fast.
that building, and it wouldn't have been no cute. It wouldn't have been
It
no
wouldn't be cute.
conversation at all.
Right. It would be
Who
no
was that?
words.
Just who was at your window? Can you have her come up here for a second, please? No, and no conversation after that,
Right,
right?
right.
And
And
I've
we've
had
seen
moments.
videos like that. We've
Listen,
seen
but I've had
Facebook is
moments like
plenty
that.
of it.
I've had
Or
moments
not
like
even
that
they not even
before.
gonna talk to the manager. They gonna pull out they, you know what, and go.
Honey, let me tell you something. Listen, I thank the Lord for salvation because it looked good on the
Me too.
child. Like, I promise you, he did a good work. When I say he did a good work, I mean
It
that.
look good on you.
Promise. Listen,
It look good on you.
I have had.
Salvation looks good on you.
Hey, listen now. I have had moments where that didn't work out too well. I had
Ooh,
a moment.
Jesus.
We were still in high school, y'all. And our high school team had to go somewhere. Y'all know how the high school sports teams get together and go do stuff.
Hmm.
Well,
Hmm.
I was one of the cheerleaders on the team, so we get on the bus with the team and we go ride with them wherever they going.
Right.
We pull up in this little town.
Mm,
You could tell immediately when we get off this bus, they
mm.
got a problem with seeing all of us.
Ooh,
Okay,
help us, Lord.
all
Help us,
right.
Lord.
That's neither here nor there. I just want to order my stuff and get back on the bus. That's all I want to do. Honey, I was about 16, 17 at the time. Gave this girl got my stuff, paid for my stuff. This chick took the change that she should have put in my hand, tossed it to the floor, and told me to pick it up.
No.
Oh,
So
Jesus, be
so
it
you know,
all around
so
me every day.
mind you,
oh,
I wasn't where I am now. So baby,
oh.
I grabbed her in 1.2 and trucked her across that good old counter she was at.
Jesus,
Okay.
Jesus, Jesus.
And when I tell you I slung her like a rag dog, I mean just that. And held her face and now you pick it up. And then,
Ooh-wee.
okay, like everybody looking at me like, Coco, let her go. I need you to let her go. I need you to. No, if she telling me to pick it up, like I'm a
Like
dog
you
on a
some
leash,
dog.
like I'm a dog on a leash, I'm gonna hold her like she would until she get my change off the floor.
Ooh, help us,
And that's
Lord.
exactly what I did. I held her face
Help
Jesus.
us,
dead to
Lord.
the floor. She picked it up.
Help
She
us,
put it in
God.
my hand. She picked it up and put it in my hand. I said, now you can get up. And she just looked at me. Everybody looking like,
Ooh. Hey, goddaughter.
hello.
Ooh-wee.
Everybody looking like, we need to hurry up and get back on the bus because we need to leave. Blah, 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 blah. Baby, I ain't worried. What y'all worried for?
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Everybody watch what she did. You
Yeah.
worrying about the wrong thing. What she need to worry about is that I don't want to keep cleaning this floor with her.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what she
Hmm.
need to worry about. But that was then. Like I
You
said,
just
like
made a Swiffer. You just made it into a Swiffer.
sure did.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you not gonna do is tell me to pick something up like I'm a dog.
And where do people get this audacity? I mean, there is something in the water or something.
It
Honey.
has to be.
Now mind you, this was back then. I'm in my 40s now. Honey, if
Ooh,
somebody they don't need to try that foolishness right now. I promise you
help
that.
us, Lord Jesus.
Like
Help us, Lord.
it's just the fact that she tried that back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Help us, Lord.
I won't say it at all then. Okay. So you
Yeah.
already know everything that was sprouting out my mouth while I'm wiping the floor with her. Okay. So
Ooh-wee.
at the end
Ay,
of the
ay,
day,
ay.
I had many situations where my reaction and my response
Okay.
was up to me,
Okay.
but the way I chose to respond won't right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right
Okay.
now,
Okay.
even though I was in my right, was it
Ah,
right? The answer would be no.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
good, Coco.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's
so
good.
that's the key takeaway that I want
That's
y'all to
good.
get. I ain't telling
That's
nobody
good.
to go fight. I ain't telling nobody to do none of that. I'm
Mhm.
telling you that in your response,
Mm.
ask yourself, is what you getting ready to do right, even though you got the right
Yeah.
to
Wow,
do
that's good.
That's a
That's
whole.
good.
That's a whole
it.
message.
That
It's a
is
big difference. You might have the right, but is it right?
right.
Yeah.
And a
Right.
lot of times the answer to that will be no.
Right. That's true. And sometimes, to be honest, sometimes I think God tests us
Mhm.
to
Indeed.
see if we are willing to swallow that pride. And I
Yeah.
really, I know I got the right to go. And that happened with recently with me. I even put a post like, y'all don't come at me about my child now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was within my right, but
Mhm.
I allowed it to take me to a place. And let me say this, I didn't even realize this in talking to my therapist about it. She said, well, Tanya, you were a child that was unprotected.
Mm.
You vowed to never let anybody
Anybody.
Right.
Mhm.
get close to yours.
Yeah.
Right.
So the mama bear
Came out. Yeah.
Rose
rose
up
up,
real
and my
good.
family called my daddy and say, you like Muhammad Ali.
The mama
Yep.
bear rose up real good.
Yeah.
Mama bear, when Mama bear saw a possible danger, and that's with any species.
Yeah.
You walk up to a bird or any kind of animal and mess with a child
Mhm.
and see once you have a scuffle on your hands,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they'll be asking you what's your hospital room number.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but to your point, in this walk with the Lord, I'm asking him to help me deal with even the triggers.
Mhm.
Mm. Yeah.
You never know when something's going to be said or done that
Mhm.
may take your mind to another. I'm telling you, I went to another place, y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
you
And
and
all I asked for was an apology for
Right.
mhm.
her.
Right.
Okay? That's all I wanted.
Right.
And that I couldn't get that. Don't bother her. She ain't done nothing to you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know my child personality. She keeps to herself. She's very accommodating, very sweet. Now, if she had done something, you could
That'd be
tell me.
different. Yeah.
And I keep asking. And again, what made you call her that? What made you say
Yeah.
it to her? And
Yeah.
you still not giving me. You're not giving me anything.
And that's how I am. I'm a type of person where I don't bother nobody. I don't talk to nobody unless I'm spoken to. I don't,
Mm-hmm.
I don't jump in other people's conversations unless, you say, hey, what's your opinion about this, whatever. I'm very to
Mm-hmm.
myself. I don't come out the house unless I'm going to church, work, or.
And that's why that girl's response to you was crazy to me because we know you.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know what she thinks she see or what she feel. Something was already brewing.
She was all, yeah. She came to work like that.
Yeah, I told Ellie I said I could tell her attitude when she came in the job. When she walked through the door, she kind of had an attitude on her face.
She
I
came to
don't know
work.
what it was about, but yeah, she pulled that out on me, and I said, "Uh oh, no, ma'am. Who you
Mm-mm,
talking to? Who you
Yeah.
talking
mm-mm,
to?"
Yeah. And the thing of it is just like you just said, LXG. It took you to a place. That whole conversation
yeah.
with me being accused of something I didn't do, it took me
Took you
to a
somewhere.
it took me
See,
to a past me.
see,
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
Okay.
That's it.
And that was a past me that I thought I had let go, but obviously I didn't.
See.
yeah,
Okay,
Wow.
because
Wow.
it reared its ugly head. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And
Mm.
so when it opened, the door just creaked open a little bit,
yeah. And
and
Yeah.
I
that's the
pushed
thing.
it.
Yeah.
You
When
know what
we
I'm saying?
know,
The door creaked open a little bit, and I pushed
right,
it all the way. Oh,
right,
and see, that's another thing that we have to be careful with,
Yeah.
because you give foothold to the enemy.
mm-hmm,
Ooh, come on here.
All it take is one.
Come on
All it
here.
take is one, and that one led to
yeah,
2 weeks worth of crap.
yeah, yeah,
Ooh.
Feel me? And so
Mm, mm.
you have to be real careful in giving him so much advantage and credit
yeah,
that
Yes.
it's like, you know what? I literally just opened up the whole door for you to just walk right on in here.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now I got to shut it.
Yeah, and even in that, we have to, even though you saying we got to be careful, we have to make sure that nobody is, like she said, taking advantage of us. Like,
Oh
because
yeah,
with the mama bear thing, of course that's your baby, and you gonna do whatever it takes to protect her, whether you gotta whatever you gotta do. Now
yeah,
you don't want to go to that
Right.
point. You don't want to go to those
And
points.
I know what it feels like. And I think I put myself in that predicament.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I know
You
what it
went to a
feels
past
like to
you.
feel
Yeah,
unprotected.
yeah,
Yeah,
But I had enough sense. I had enough sense to pick up the phone and
yeah,
text my therapist. Like, I gotta talk to you because I don't like the
well,
way I
yeah,
exhibit myself
yeah,
in public at an
yeah,
airport. I don't like
right,
what came, even though I was, like Coco said, within my right.
yeah,
it doesn't mean it is right.
Yeah.
Right.
And sometimes there's a level of restraint
Yeah.
that
That
we have
has
to
to come.
exercise
Hmm.
because, again, my daughter is there.
Yeah.
I
Right.
want to be an example to her. Like, even though I'm within my right, but I want to give the right just
Righteous.
response.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes the right just response is just to walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no response at all.
Yep.
Sometimes the righteous part of it is just say, I won't even acknowledge you.
I'm
Yep.
I won't
learning
even,
how to do
I
that.
won't even, I'm not giving you no clap back. I'm not. And for example, I posted something and it took one of my Facebook brothers to say, that's what he said. Sis, this is beneath you.
Mm,
This is beneath you. I've been watching your post. This here is beneath you. Don't do this.
mm,
I said, bro, you're right. And I thanked him for even doing that.
yeah.
Because sometimes you have to have that nudge. Like, I
Yeah.
know you feel you within your right. You may be,
Yeah.
but this ain't even you.
And
Yep.
this is
Now
why.
now you're giving the enemy the satisfaction
Yeah.
of changing who your characters is changing now
Mhm.
Yeah.
because you're allowing the anger of it all to want to clap back. Everything don't need a clap back
Yeah.
No.
or a response or
No.
a rebuttal. Sometimes you literally gotta say, I'm giving this to the Lord.
Yeah. And this is why I celebrate us as a sisterhood, because we can hold each other accountable like that, and neither one of us, when we get to that point where we hold each other accountable about certain things, we don't get upset about it. We don't get offended about it. We
Right,
we we understand that it's coming out of love, and we understand that we want each other. We want each other to do better each and every day.
right,
Yeah.
right,
And see, that's the
right,
thing. My thing is, a lot of people have, um, how can I put it? A lot of people have real friendship screwed up,
come
Mm,
on here.
right? And I say that because me being a friend to you is not me agreeing with everything you do.
Come on now, come
Me
on,
being
talk
absolutely,
a
about it.
friend to you is checking you when you're wrong
absolutely.
Ooh,
and saying, listen, there's a hole up there. Don't fall into the hole. I just
Mm.
tried to warn you. But
See,
because
and I
but
was
because
telling my
you gonna keep walking. But I warned you though.
I was telling
So
my classmates this few weeks before I graduated. I said I was watching a video of China Anne McClain. She's a Disney star. She used to be on Disney, and
uh-huh.
she was telling her friend about a snake in the yard.
Hmm.
But the basis of the story was, if I'm telling you about a snake in the yard, how is that pushing my beliefs on you? She was kind
Right.
of saying, like, if I'm telling you that there's a snake in the yard and you go out there and it bites you anyway, you go out there anyway and it bites you, how is that pushing my beliefs on you?
That part. That part.
mm, mm,
My whole issue is that I feel if you're my friend, you'll hold me accountable too.
Yeah,
see, come on
Right?
yeah,
now.
At the
yeah,
end of the day, regardless of how you feel about me, regardless of where you hold me at, but I'm gonna be one of them. First of all, don't put me on the pedestal I don't need to be on.
yeah. That
Right, amen,
Right? I'm just a
amen.
person. I'm a person just like you.
Hey, cousin
I
Kennedy.
ain't no higher than you. I ain't in no different class than you. None of
Yeah,
that. I'm a
Yeah,
person just
yeah,
like you.
right.
Okay.
right,
First and foremost. But you got people who feel like, because you are who you are, and if you
right,
do certain things, you have to now be classified in a different class of people.
right.
Mm,
How
Yeah,
people do,
yeah,
right? And so in that classification, you can't act certain types of ways. You
yeah.
can't do certain kinds of things
I
because
was
those
told that
class of
online
people
church
don't.
mother
Right.
basically ain't saved.
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Because
Wait.
I
Say
had a
that again.
human moment. I had a human moment concerning my child cousin said I will find better friends.
Period.
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you.
Go.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
was told that online church mother couldn't possibly be saved. Don't get on that. Don't get on social media ever again talking about God because I stood up for my child, and I'm not saying it was in the best way, because yeah, some things were said. Um, some things were said. So but my thing was I wanted the people who were there when this happened to cover her.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted the adults, the patriarch of the family. I wanted someone to say, "Hey,
Mhm.
girl,
Mhm.
who you talking to?
Right.
She ain't deserve that." I want
Right.
out, and because that didn't happen for me,
Yeah.
I went somewhere in my mind, and it took me to that unprotected young me,
Mhm.
and something did rise up, and that's why I knew enough to pick up the phone.
Mhm.
I repented to the Lord. I called my therapist. We
Mhm.
Mhm.
got to talk about this. We got
Yeah.
to talk because I don't know what just happened. And she's like, I know exactly what just happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was your childhood
Yeah.
stuff that haven't been processed,
Yeah.
and
That was the
involving that
past
same
you.
person that didn't
Indeed.
protect you, didn't
Yeah.
protect
Indeed.
her.
Yep.
Indeed.
He's Jesus in therapy,
Yep.
Yep.
biggie sized for me.
Mhm.
Right. And
Mhm.
that's why I tell people, like, you got to understand that sometimes some of the things you think you are delivered from, you are not.
Yeah.
Ooh, it just
Because
take
when
that
it
one
when
touch.
it
Yeah.
come back and smack you in the face,
Yeah.
you
Listen.
realize that you are not delivered.
Mm,
And that's why Michael Jackson said, "I'm looking at the man in the mirror."
Mhm.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
And it's
these
funny because
songs are biblical.
the
Okay.
same therapist had told me
But
to
this
get the
but
book
this the
about
thing.
anger.
Yeah.
She had not even knowing it was going to happen. She had told me to get a book. It's a book that was written to help women deal with relationships, and it's called The Danger of the Anger Dance or something like that. Not
Mhm.
knowing that I would need to deal with that,
Right.
you know. And
Right.
but it uncovered some things too, though, y'all. The things that were said to me from my loved one after this happened were so egregious. Sometimes God allows things to happen
Just so
Yeah.
you can see.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
how people really feel about you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just so you can see.
Indeed.
That's
Just so
so
you
you can see what you dealing with some people who being real fake.
Yep.
Indeed.
And it takes these things to happen for you to see, be careful.
Yeah.
Was I right in my response? No. No. I've had to deal with that. Um, but I will not say I was wrong wanting to protect
Of course
my
not.
No.
child.
Of
No.
course not.
No.
She
You might have
me.
been wrong in the way it was handled, but
Right.
you was right by stepping in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? That's the reason why I said, like, people don't understand sometimes, just like we having a conversation now. But if I was to change and flip my delivery,
Mm,
my delivery could come out wrong, but
hmm
what I'm saying could be right.
Mhm.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
And
And
I'm
so,
learning that
that's
too.
right.
I'm
right,
learning that my delivery could
That's
be harsh.
right.
What I can say is good. What I can say it all day till I'm blue in the face. But if I don't deliver it right,
right,
it's
it
not
don't
gonna do
make a
nothing.
difference.
And
And
what'll
see,
happen is when the delivery can be so off that the person who started it gets off scot free.
And I
mhm,
had to tell a customer
And
this.
that's wrong. And
I
ooh,
literally
let's
had to.
choose them because your
yeah,
delivery, that's what they can remember.
I
yeah,
We
literally
heard
had
you.
to tell a
yeah.
customer this week.
Your
Like,
your response, your response in it.
yeah, I
Yep.
It's
literally had to tell
always
the customer
it's
that.
you gotta always be on you.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? And so at
Yes.
the end of the day, I don't care what nobody else do. The question is how Simone, how what is LHG and Simone respond?
yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And see, just like when we deal with God,
Mm,
just like how you got people that talk about church, right? Because we going there. So you got people that talk about church. At the end of the day, the church ain't what hurt you. People in the church hurt
people.
you.
Yeah, yeah,
Your response to that
yeah.
is
Mm,
the problem. Your
that's
response is to upchuck and leave,
Hmm.
not to
wow.
stay there, not to stay there and prove the one that hurt you wrong.
Mm,
Mm,
Right? That's not the response. The response is to chuck and leave. That's what most
mm,
people do when they get church hurt. They leave. And when they
mm.
leave, every church they go to, they talk about the church hurt.
touch her. Yeah.
See?
Right?
See?
And see the
That's right.
problem is because everywhere you go, you continue to talk about the
Yeah.
hurt. Does that
Yeah.
sound like you heal?
No.
Does
Yeah.
that sound like you are trying to heal?
Nope.
No.
Okay. So at the end of the day, you're not trying to heal. from what supposedly hurt you,
Mm.
and you have just let the person that hurt you win.
That is true.
They
And
got
we become
so much
that
control that you have taken this everywhere you have went.
everywhere.
It
Oh
has
my
followed you, right? And a lot of
Jesus.
people don't understand that they allow this crap to let it follow them for years,
Decades.
decades. Okay, and at the end of the day, you got to get over it, baby. I've been kicked out of churches before. I'm glad you let me go. Appreciate you.
Thank you. You're
So,
right.
like for real, for real. You
Yeah.
understand? But you put me out because you said I was too boisterous about how I felt.
Oh,
But I
see,
wasn't boisterous in how I felt. I just said how I felt.
see,
Right? Like that. Okay. If we supposed to have an open door, just like
Right. Come
LHG, say LHG is who she is to you, Simone. She gave you an open door,
hmm,
right? That open door, she don't never shut it, right? But we're gonna be respectful of the open door.
yeah,
Okay, LHG, I'm gonna reach out. I got an issue. Can we talk? If she say yeah, the door open. She just
right.
opened the door for you to talk to her.
yeah,
In
Right.
your conversation, you just expressing how you feel.
hmm,
But as soon as you say something that struck a nerve with her, she cut you off.
yeah,
You shut the whole
Mm,
conversation down, right?
yeah.
So this
mm.
this is what this, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I dealt with coming up.
Okay.
Every
Okay.
time you hit something that struck a nerve, they shut
Cut
everything
you out.
down.
Yeah,
Now you go from saved, sanctified, and anointed to now you a demon and you ain't right.
that part.
All of a sudden, because you struck a nerve and you hit something in them that they ain't been delivered from,
Yeah, yeah,
right? So it
yeah.
goes from that to now. Oh, we no longer want you in the ministry. Okay,
That's fine. Yeah.
okay. But then before I get ready to walk away from your ministry, the same mouth that you supposedly bless me with, you start trying to curse me with.
Jesus.
So I ever so kindly turn around and say every word that you just said spoke against me that you said I won't gonna do. Oh, you can take every thought of that and cast it back to the pit.
That part.
Okay, because one, you ain't got that much power. Two,
Mm,
you didn't give me my gifts, so you can't take them away.
right.
Okay, and when you know, and even back then, I didn't know who I was like that, but I knew that you weren't gonna be able to take what God gave me from me,
Yeah,
so I said it. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So in all of that, you have a lot of people that when you do that, it's a problem,
That's
and
good.
it
Mm-hmm.
happens. It happens. It's just like when you go
Yeah.
into ministries and they try to keep you in the church, they give you a title. That ain't your place.
Yeah,
That ain't your lane, right? But I'm
Right.
gonna give you this title because I don't want you to leave, though.
that part.
You
Mm.
taking handing me a title that ain't for me, that's gonna send me in spiritual warfare that I know nothing about. And I
Wow.
sit here and I accept that. A
Yeah,
lot of people don't even understand what's being done to them. You accepting these titles because the people trying to keep you, but baby, you just welcome spiritual warfare on yourself behind that title because you
Ooh.
accepted it.
Wow.
So it's
Wow.
a lot when it comes down to the church world, right? And a lot of people always welcoming spirits,
Mhm.
stuff that they not ready for.
Yeah.
absolutely not.
In all areas, not just one.
Ooh.
In all of them.
Really?
This spiritual realm stuff is real.
Wow.
Whether you're a Christian or not,
Right.
it's still real. At
Yes,
the
it is.
end of the day, the enemy is always on his job. And
Yep,
you
Mm.
gotta understand that it's always gonna be a tug of war
yep,
between the
Mm.
two. Don't you understand that when you go to God in prayer, the enemy hear you?
Yes,
When
my
he
God.
hear you, when he hear you, guess what he can do? He can send you the counterfeit. He gonna send you the lookalike
yeah,
of what
Ooh.
you just asked God for. But you
yep.
know what the problem is with that? Because you ain't got no discernment, you don't know it's a counterfeit when it's step in front of you.
My
Ouch.
Lord. My Lord.
So when you don't have no discernment to be able to discern, oh, this ain't God.
That ain't God.
Oh, this ain't. Oh, no, no, no. You
Mm.
heard everything that I told the Lord, but this ain't God.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And you know how to close that door shut real quick and walk away. We don't do that because why? The enemy knows how to play on our vulnerabilities.
Indeed.
Yes, it does.
Do we really understand the warfare we are about to engage in when we accept the church? No. Half of the time
Many
they
people
don't.
don't.
Nope.
Half of the time they don't. They
No.
just
They
accept
just
the
take it
title.
and run with it and beat everybody on the head with it.
They just accept the title. Hence the reason why people don't want to go through ministry training. They feel like ministry training is for what? Baby, ministry training is to
You
prepare
gotta
you.
get prepared.
It's prepare. Trust me, it's good preparation. Okay.
Prepared.
All everybody do their ministry training different. It depends on who you under,
That's
right?
true. That's
But
true.
at the end of the day, you still have to understand that even in all of this,
Hmm.
just like LHG said, the whole topic of what she said, do you understand what? See, this is what happened was.
What had
How
happened
you gonna
was.
how you gonna explain this is what happened was to the Lord when you meet him?
Woo-wee.
I was telling her that.
When the Lord asks you, remember this situation between you and Susie Q? You should have walked away.
Mhm.
Why didn't you?
See, what had
He gonna,
happened was.
he
See
gonna
what had
stop and say,
happened
well,
was.
what happened was, and he just gonna look at you like, "Oh,
Your
just
name
give
ain't in
me
the
the
book.
right now, because that's what I'm asking you for."
I don't know you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Woo.
that's the thing. Like when we come to him sideways. Give him the
We
same thing
do.
we're asking
We
for.
do.
Yeah,
We
that is
do.
true.
He already know we did it. He just want to
Jesus.
know why you did it. That's like when you used to get in trouble with your parents. They knew you did it.
Right.
They just wanted to know why.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now you're lying. Why you lying?
Just why. And I feel like this is a really good topic. A really good topic tonight.
I told her I loved it.
I'm
Listen,
telling
yeah,
you, we
and at
gonna
the
do this
end
ever
of
so often because for one, talking about things. I'm a big advocate of conversation. It allows you to get things off of your chest and off of your spirit because when you hold on to stuff, you become that ticking time bomb.
the day, right.
But at least when you have a place where you can just say, well, see what happened was I'm feeling uncomfortable about this. It could even be something good you want to talk about. It don't have to always be something that's bad. It's
Yeah.
just you want to just talk.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want us to understand the therapeutic nature of conversation. And we got to get out of here. Coco got to get logged in. But I wanted to let everybody know um, what's coming up.
You got
September.
an in-person show, right?
Yes, we got to solidify the date on that. So look
Okay.
out for that. We're doing one final, the Verge Youth Podcast, the end of the year big one. We are
Okay.
looking to do it in person. We got some surprises that are in the works for our young people, and you're going to be able to be in the room. There's going to be a certain amount of seats. It won't be a charge, but we just want to comfortably get everybody in there. And I really want you all to pack it out for my youth that have really stepped up and shown out with the youth
Okay.
podcast. I mean, these young people are phenomenal. The
Okay.
topics, the conversation, the enthusiasm is just amazing. December the 8th, is that a Sunday? It should be. I think so.
Oh,
Not sure. Let's see.
December the 8th is the a holiday pop-up. Elder Sandra Cobb, the forgiveness coach, and her daughter, Lady,
Sandra.
they are coming together to do a holiday
Yes, that is a
pop-up.
Sunday.
Thank you in Detroit. I will
okay.
be there. I want to see you all there. Get your holiday shopping done. It's going to be about 6 or 7 vendors. And the actual place is going to be in, I think it's called a safer place or something like that. It's a beautiful, intimate venue. It's clean, it's nice, it's reasonably priced. So I want you all to be prepared to support small businesses, including the owner of this venue, because you might be doing events of your own. Hi, Lakeisha. Hi, my sister, Icicle Queen coming through. So that's one thing. December 14th, I'll be on the east side of Detroit um with some people that I know of, some extended family doing a Christmas event. I'll put all these flyers on the page. I would love to have your support. In January, the Peaceful Poetic Place, the P3
P3.
comes back. So Natasha Beautiful Thought and her co-host Adonis, I'm praying to have them come on the show before the event. I'm praying that all of the the artists be able to come through and spend some time with me, so you can get kind of a prelude, a precursor of who you'll see. King David the Vessel, I'm not sure if he's coming back this time, but he was amazing when I saw him. So a lot of things are going on. I'll update you. I am coming back live with my jewelry. Just bear with me. I had to do some shifting and some pivoting, but Polish on Purpose is still here. If you need something, you can reach out. I do have my website. Healthy Manhood is okay. Is that not coming on tomorrow? Did
You
you
said
move the
Wednesday.
date? I thought that was Thursday. So what date are you doing that, Fred? Is that next week? Oh,
He said
in one week
Wednesday.
from today?
He said
Okay.
Wednesday.
Because I know originally he had said he was doing that on Thursday. So can
Okay.
you confirm, Fred? Are you doing that show 1 week from today?
He said he
December
moved the
5th.
date to the.
December
Okay, yes.
4th.
So December the 4th. Okay. So
That's a 4.
brothers, um,
Yeah.
Uh,
December the 4th. So brothers,
hold
say
on.
the date. Those of you who want to be in on this conversation about healthy manhood, December the 4th is the new date for that show. That's going to be a good one. So be sure to tune in. Brothers Follow Man Cave Conversations. That's where you can talk about your issues and discussions just for men. We got Girl Chat Weekly coming back. I'll drop some topics and dates for you. But I am looking to bring Eldra Cobb and her daughter that's doing the event on the show. I always try to bring the proprietors of these events and things going on the show, or the visionaries, to help push it, to help get the word out. That's what we do. So look out for that as well.
And
Um,
just remember, if you got the flyers, post them.
yes, yes, and I do got flyers. I do have flyers. I got flyers.
Yeah,
So
post them
I'll
so
post
they
them.
can be rotated.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
You know we're
absolutely.
gonna share them.
Yeah. Y'all know
Yes.
what we do. Also, I need you guys to go follow her on TikTok. Please get into your TikTok information, LSG.
I don't even know my TikTok information.
Okay, let me
The face
I,
she gave.
listen.
This is the
Okay,
face.
I'm gonna give y'all her TikTok information. Let me
y'all
get
help.
it real
I don't
quick.
even know.
Also, I need y'all to make sure y'all go
I
follow
gotta do
Trailblazers
better with
Radio.
ticking and talking.
I need to make sure y'all follow Trailblazers Radio on TikTok as well.
I gotta get myself
Follow
together.
LHG on Instagram as well.
All right.
Yes, I do have an Instagram. I
I
can't tell you what
believe
it
I
is right
believe
now.
it's Latan. Let me check.
I want to say
Hold on, I'm
Latanya
getting it. Let
dot
me get it. Let me get it.
I think it's
Lord.
Latanya dot Harris Gooden. Let me see.
Yes, yes. So I'm
Okay.
gonna get one of those things that Coco has, where it has all of the
All
stuff
the
on.
links on it. Yeah.
So just
Yes,
bear with me,
her
y'all. Bear with
Instagram,
me.
guys. If you're taking notes, if you're a good note taker, her Instagram is Latanya Latanya Harris. No, I'm sorry, Latanya Latanya dot Harris Harris dot Harris. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right.
Latanya dot Harris Gooden. So Harris Gooden is
It's
pushed
probably
together.
gonna change to a different name to match all my other stuff. But in the meantime, follow me on everything. I'm trying to get
Yes.
that's going to be my I don't want, it's not a New Year's resolution. It's an area of opportunity for my bright future. Is to
Mm-hmm.
keep everything in line for my social media outlets. I've been doing some event hosting, so I got to prepare for that. That's something that's going to be on my resume. Thank you to Andrew Griffin for recognizing um that I can do that. I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. See, what had happened was I had an idea to do this series, and I have enjoyed myself thoroughly.
See, what had happened was she posted a video the other day,
I
and I
did,
caught
I
it.
did. And I was just kind of joking, but it kind of turned into something that I think we should do every
And
couple
I
of weeks.
commented in on the video. I said, "Yeah,
She
let's
said
go."
that, make it a series. I'm like, okay,
Okay, so on LSG, y'all type in on TikTok. If y'all type in LXG, her face comes up. Okay.
okay,
So make sure you go
that's
to
news to
TikTok
me.
and type in all caps LXG, and then
Okay,
she will pop up on your
thank
screen.
you. I
Okay.
appreciate
Please
it.
go follow her. Go follow Trailblazers Radio. I need you guys to follow them for multiple purposes. Okay. One, I need for their followers to go up so they can get up to a certain thing so they can go live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and be able to come up and well, you can come up in boxes, but you just can't show cameras. So I need them to be able to get that. Also, I'm gonna have a follow party for them, and I'm gonna interview them, and I'm gonna interview them on my TikTok. So I
Yeah.
need y'all to come and follow me over to my TikTok for the ones that are not already following. Look me up; it got my name on it. Come follow me over there, and I'm gonna have them on. We're gonna tell y'all what night we're gonna do the interview, and we're gonna have some fun over there. Okay. Because y'all already know Facebook world don't let us play no music and stuff. We're gonna rock it on out over there in the TikTok lane.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
loving
And I
it. I'm
need y'all
loving
to flood them with follows. Just follow, follow, follow. So that's what I need y'all to do. All right. Also, go follow Simone. She's also up there as well. She could give y'all her information. She'll
yeah.
drop it down in the chat. Okay. But I need y'all to make sure that y'all do that. I need y'all to go light up her YouTube page.
Yay.
Everybody's pages, okay? So that
I
everybody can
see.
get the amount of follows that they need to be able to do what they need to
Well,
do.
then I got a YouTube now. Praise the
All
Lord.
right?
You
Okay.
better give them
So
glory.
listen, I need y'all to help them hit monetization
It
status.
has been
Do you
spoken
hear
over
me?
my life.
That's
I have a
gonna get
YouTube
them.
channel
Okay.
now.
Also, let's not forget, I need y'all to go follow them on Rumble.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a
I am
rumble
on
too.
Rumble.
Rumble. I'll
Yep,
help you
you're
with
on
that.
Rumble too.
I'll help you with that.
I need y'all to
Okay.
go follow them on Rumble. On Rumble, LHG's
Let's
name is
get ready to
Virtuous.
rumble.
Okay. On
Oh,
Rumble,
so
her
you
name
do
is
have one. Okay.
Virtuous.
I gotta go follow you.
Yes, you got to go follow her. And there's a Trailblazers radio, and then there's also me. But on Rumble, I'm Holy Ghost Fire 19. Okay.
Host.
So I need y'all to make sure
On
y'all go follow everybody on Rumble because I promise you that's gonna be the next newest platform that you want to jump on.
and on
Like
TikTok,
we had with
please.
Amp. Like we had with Amp. We had
Yes,
some fun.
they need to bring back. Why did they
We
kick off
was up
Amp?
all night amping out.
All
Yes, it
night.
was. So
We
I'm
was
telling
in
y'all,
love with Amp.
make sure
We
y'all go
did.
hop on these platforms because y'all don't know what's about to become obsolete and what's not.
True.
All right. I always be trying to give y'all a hint and I be
You
dropping it
always.
early. So I'm telling y'all, go cop all these new platforms. LHG is gonna make her all my links or a link tree so y'all can get her
Can
all
you
in
make
one
me
place.
one? Can you help me make one?
Yes. So we're gonna do that. And we got some hot stuff coming for y'all in 2025. Just stay
So
tuned.
Coco, we gotta bring back the power hour when you talk about the online jobs.
Yes, because there's a whole lot of them right now.
We gotta bring that back 2025. We gonna bring that
I got
back.
you.
Power
I
hour
got you.
turns into power hour live because it
Okay.
may not always be on Monday.
Okay, office.
Okay. So
Got you.
just letting y'all know because we just had Andrew was with us Wednesday talking about
Okay.
bulletproof confidence. He lit it
That
up.
was awesome.
You hear
Yeah,
me?
that was awesome.
Lit it up.
Yeah, he that was a good show.
It's
That was a
going
really good
down. And let
Also, follow Digging Deep, guys. I'm coming back. I will be back. Don't worry. I know you miss me. I miss you too. I love you. For those that did follow me, I love you and I appreciate it. For those that are new, welcome. I will be back. Follow
she'll be back.
Digging Deep. It's a podcast channel that I started. I will be back. Digging Deep DEEP. That's a podcast page that me myself and I started. Um,
Proud of
so
you.
I will be back. Thank you for in advance for following, and for the new ones, welcome. For the ones that have already followed, thank you. I appreciate you. If you have not gone to view the old videos, you're more than welcome to. But I will be back with new and improved videos because we got a whole lot of content to talk about. Okay,
All right, come on, light
these
me.
streets be bringing out old
Yes,
content,
yes,
a
yes.
whole
So
lot of
it's a
content.
lot happening, a lot coming down the pipe to be continued. Remember that.
You what
So
had happened was
Right, right.
we out of here,
y'all make sure
y'all.
y'all go
Love
follow.
y'all.
Love y'all. Have a good night.
Good night, every. Thank you, my sisters.
No problem.
I
Of
love
course.
y'all. Bye, y'all.